so disappointed. I don't know why. This is my 8th show of the weekend. This is just going to be a TED Talk about why you should vote for Bernie Sanders right now. So buckle up. I hope you brought your pencils. Take some notes here. This is going to be really boring right now. So. This front row's like, what's happening here? I don't know. This guy looks like he may be sketchy. He might spray us with some fruit or water. You're going to get wet. I don't know if they told you all are going to get wet. I don't know if they told you. There's raincoats. They're somewhere, but it's too late at this point. You're just going to enjoy getting soaked, you guys. So first things first, I got an email on the way over here. So I have 2 free tickets. Anybody wants them? It was from the House of Blues. It was for the Total Michael Jackson Experience. I was totally terrified when I got that email. No idea what the hell that experience entails. But it sounds like the scariest friggin' ride of your life. So if you want them, they're free. See me in the back. I cannot promise you will not be triggered for the rest of your friggin' lives. But can't beat it, right? Free tickets. Can't beat it. It's only going to get worse, you guys. It's only going to get worse. We're going to be here a long time, so buckle up. It's going to be a long ride. This is going to be a long ride here. We're going to be here for 3 hours. The first hour is Bernie Sanders promotion. The second hour is just going to be me talking about my dating life, and then we're all going to go home sad. No, just kidding. It's got a lot of good things. We're going to talk about a lot of good things. But anybody just going to give up for Lent? Anybody just decide to give up for Lent altogether? Thinking about just giving up altogether. Be like, we're done. No, I have a really great life, man, in Chicago. I get to do this. I get paid to do this, to travel, and we're gonna gym. Gym is great, right? Everybody's a Fitbit now. Clap if you got a Fitbit. Maybe you have a Fitbit. Clap if you got. In case you don't know, a Fitbit is a $100 thing that you wear around your wrist throughout the day that reminds you that you're a piece of shit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these things. It's like you didn't step enough, you didn't poop enough, you didn't sleep enough, you didn't do enough. It's like having Simon Cowell from American Idol just following you around all day. Like, you're an awful person. But the gym is the best because you get so many people that they're trying so hard, they want to lose weight, they want to get fit, right? And they ask such dumb questions, and you feel bad laughing, but the questions are so stupid that you can't not laugh, right? Here's a couple of like a little best of questions. A woman came up to me the other day, she goes, "Is the treadmill good for the cardiology?" What's better, the treadmill or the eucalyptical? I was like, the eucalyptical? What the hell is in a eucalyptical? Eucalyptus is an essential oil. The ukulele is a musical instrument. What kind of weird-ass machine are you on? It's just firing hot oil at your face. Like, what is that? What are you doing, right? One woman walked in, she goes, "Do you want me to warm up on the ellipolator?" I was like, "The ellipolator?" I was like, what the hell? That sounds like a terrorist weapon from the future. Like, what is that? The entire village was destroyed by the ellipolator. Like, what the hell is an ellipolator? A lot of accidental farting in the gym, too. Nobody owns up to it, too. Like, they'll, let it out, and either they just pretend like it didn't happen, or they're like, "Oop, that wasn't supposed to happen." Like, they'll say it wasn't supposed to happen, like, as if there's, some difference where sometimes you plan a fart out to come out in public. Meant that one, not that one. Like, what? Just be an adult, right? I had a woman that she's like, "I want to be on the next Biggest Loser. Can I count when I crunch?" I'm like, "That's fine." So she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Like, she skipped the next number in line with a fart. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to pretend like that didn't just happen. And then as we got higher up, she just started farting and stopped counting, and she was replacing numbers with farts. And I'm standing above her, and I'm encouraging her. I'm like, "Good job, you're doing a good job." I'm like, "Biggest Loser, I'm the biggest loser. You're practically shitting in my face right now, and I'm telling you that you're doing a good job." One woman walked in like she was sniffing the place out. She's like, I'm like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "What kind of machines you got here for the breasts?" I'm like, "The breasts?" I'm like, "What am I supposed to offer to do? Motorboat this woman? Like, how does this work here?" If my boss walks in, I'm just buried in her chest, like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm saving a gym membership. What are you doing?" The sales were down, they're back up. You are welcome. I expect a commission check in my office, which I don't even have, by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So. I always read these stupid magazines in the gym, too, that are laying around, like Cosmo or, best sex tips or whatever. You know, it was like one of them was 9 out of 10 women prefer that when a guy does the deed on a lady that he should draw the alphabet with his tongue. I don't know if that's true. I just know I played so much original Nintendo. I just did the Konami code for Contra with my tongue. I go up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start, and if that doesn't work, I blow on it. I'm like. Don't do that. I don't know if it actually works. Somebody's be like, "Come on, honey, let's try the Contra." It's Sunday night. Let's go wild. That was literally all I did was play the original Nintendo from like the time I was like 9 till like a couple weeks ago, right? And it was like, it's like ruined me for life because now whenever I'm looking for like a G spot, like it's all I do is I hear the Mario Brothers music playing in my head. You know, like the news in the cave, you know? So it's like da-na-na-na-na-na. Then when you find it, it's like you got the star. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's like and then she jumps right under your flagpole. So it's an 8-bit bit for the gamers out there. Some people are like, "What's a gamer?" I don't know. I played Pitfall and Atari when I was growing up. Space Invaders. I don't know what's he fingering people for. This guy, I am not following this guy. This weird blue pants and the striped sweater. I don't know what he needed for. He's from Jersey. What's going on here? So, who is from Chicago? Like originally born and raised in Chicago? This is a great city. I've lived here almost 13 years now. Right? Still have no clue how to dress. Literally went for a jog last week in juicy shorts and a fur coat. Like I have no clue how to dress myself. I feel like Rain Man when I walk out of the house. When it's gonna rain, it's gonna snow. Oh, my juicy shorts are on the highway. Like I have no clue how to prepare for anything here, right? I was at the jewelry the other day too, and this woman was checking out, and the cashier was like, "Would you like a bag?" And the lady's like, "You know what? I'll take 4." And like with no control at all, I just go, "Must be nice making that kind of money." Like it just came out. 7 cents a bag. That's like $1, lady. Like nice. Enjoy that privileged life wherever you live. It's like a Coke for me when I do a show. I'm like, I gotta pay $1. You just suck down those 4 bags like it was nothing. Right? Kanye named his daughter Chicago. Right? That was cool. She'll be a really cool girl, but only from like May through September. Then she will be a nightmare to be around. Right when it starts getting windy, like that'll be Kanye's daughter. It's terrible. But we totally justify living here, right? Because we're like, yeah, it's nice for 3 months. It's really nice. They got Hot Dog Fest. They got the Rib Fest. You gotta spend $10. It's a suggested donation, but it's $10. You can't do shit once you're inside unless you pay the $10, but it's worth the $10. So you can just stand there. You can go get ribs of them and sitting out in the 90-degree sun. You can get some botulism rib roll. Like, what the hell? Because it's Roscoe Village, it's somehow better. We could just stand in there tomorrow for free, but somehow it's Rib Fest, it's better. Let's go sit in your backyard and get some vitamin D and eat a friggin' pork there. Yeah, thank you. Praise Jesus. I don't know, man. It's crazy here, man. I don't know, it's so weird here. Somebody actually got held up at an Aldi, too, in Lincoln Square. First thing I thought was like, why the hell is anybody robbing anybody at an Aldi? Right? But you'd be like, freeze, give me your Dr. Thunder, because you can't afford Dr. Pepper. Freeze, give me that quarter that you're going to use to get your cart, and then get your cart back. Like, leave these people alone. Let them get their generic Tostitos in peace, right? Don't rob somebody at a Whole Foods like an adult. Like, come on, they got organic avocados in their car and a White Claw. They got everything. Like, let them be, right? This is the only city, I've lived in 5 U.S. cities, the only city where I've ever threw my neck out because it was so cold. I was leaving a show and I was like, oh, it's only 3 blocks. You know, it's like negative nipple. You think you can just like walk 3 blocks and be fine. Right? Bad move on my part. I was just walking out. You know, you start getting that like full body like seizure, and you can't stop shaking because the wind is like, it's like Kanye's daughter, like in your face. And all of a sudden I was like, ow! And I literally threw my neck out for a month. I had to wear a neck brace. Someone's like, what'd you do to your neck? Did you get attacked? I was like, no, I was just living my life, just walking around, living. Then I tell my mom, every time I tell my mom about the weather, she freaks out. She lives in New Jersey. She freaks out. Every time I talk about the weather, she acts like I'm talking about the gang violence. She's like, how cold was it in Chicago? Tell me, Anthony, how cold? How cold was it, Anthony? I know it was dangerous. Tell me how cold it was. Anthony, how cold was it? I'm like, it was like -20 with the windshield. She's like, oh my God. You better be careful. You could die. I'm like, die from the wind chill? I'm like, stop watching CNN, right? Like, I've lived here a long time. Like, the only time I ever felt like my life was truly ever in jeopardy was the one time, and I didn't even do it, the one time I almost put ketchup on my hot dog. Like, that was the only time. It was like the first week I lived here, I went to a Cubs game, right? And I just like reached in the general vicinity of the condiments. Wasn't really going for one or the other, just like was reaching. And some guy was like, don't even think about it, boy. And he pulled his shirt, he had a gun. I'm like, how the hell did you get into Wrigley with a gun? He's like, don't worry about it, boy. Just put the mustard on the dog. We won't have any problems here. You guys are friggin' crazy with condiments. Clap if you are for that rule. No ketchup on a hot dog. Clap up. It's a good amount. All right, now clap if you're for gay rights. Clap if you are for gay rights. Hate to break it to you, ketchup people, you can't be both, because that's pretty much how the anti-gay movement started, was people telling other people what they can and cannot do with their wieners. So you guys gotta relax. It's an outdated rule. It's 2020. Start being more accepting of people's condiment choices. They're being safe. I'm gonna open up my own ketchup-friendly stand at Pride Parade this year. Come get your wiener sub. Whichever one you want. You're the one you're gonna eat or eat later. Who knows? You know, that could go either way in the advertising. Yeah, man, people are crazy. Good people here, though. Good people. Good people in Chicago. Very passionate. Very passionate people. They add nest to everything. I gotta go to the Aldi's. Gotta go to the Jules. Gotta go to the Soldiers Fields to watch the Bears game. Then they will flip the hell out on you if you pronounce the S in Illinois. Right? It's not Illinois. It's Illinois, you jag-off. Hang on, I gotta go to Aldi's. You just did it. You not know you just did it, right? Then you get like super nut people like, oh man, I'm from Chicago. I don't play that shit. I'm from Chicago. They're all hard. I'm from Chicago. I'm like, bitch, you're from Schaumburg. Like, stop. Act like you're a hard ass, right? Like, you grew up on the 8 Mile, but like 8 miles from medieval times. Like, stop. You saw like a horse drive-by before you ever saw a real drive-by. Like, stop. I feel like you've seen some shit, right? Stop. The newscasters here, they're terrible with their transitions too. There's so much violence. They have no transitions. Like, a man was shot in cold blood, story 11. Speaking of cold, looks like another cold front coming through. If someone dies, you just skip it like a leaf in a pool. Like, he's done. I do love Chicagoans, man. I feel like if there was ever like a national tragedy like 9/11 here, no one would talk about who died. They would only argue whether it was going to be remembered as the Sears Tower or the Willis Tower. All they argued about. It's always going to be the Sears Tower, you son of a bitch. Don't put ketchup in your hot dog. Then you ride the train, that's a nightmare. So many different dynamics on the train, right? Like, white women will talk on their phones, but it's usually really quiet, you know? It's like about like brunch plans. Yeah, we're gonna go get frushi. It's like sushi, but it's made of fruit. Oh my god, I didn't even know her and Brian broke up. That's so crazy. Alright, I gotta go on my Belmont. I gotta go to yoga. I want the confidence of a black woman on the train. They will act like they're in their own private part. Right? I was on the red line the other day, this woman, she goes, "Bitch, I told you, you ain't fat, you pregnant." And I was like, holy shit. She just yelled that out loud. I want that woman in my life as a friend. Like, I need that level of honesty. Like, forget Lori Lightfoot. Put her in office immediately. She'll fix everything in like a week. Like, this is who we need. Bitch, you pregnant. You ain't pregnant, you fat bitch. Like, what the? Who talks like that? That's amazing. Then you get the guy that goes through the scary door that I wouldn't even go through if the train was stopped. He goes through it when it's going 90 miles an hour underground. And he never just opens the door quietly and closes it, right? So I was like, I do not mean to alarm you. I am just here to talk. You've already scared the shit out of everybody on this train. You can't yell, "Don't be alarmed," and expect us not to be alarmed. Fucking white people just threw their Sudoku puzzles up in the air and they're like, "Oh shit. I'm gonna pretend like I'm on my phone because this guy's here." The quickest way to feel like cardiac arrest feels like, right? Do not mean to alarm you. I almost saw a fight the other day, but this woman couldn't hit her because there was too many people on the train. She just kept threatening her from afar. She's like, "You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky. You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky. You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky. You lucky I can't get you, bitch. You lucky. You lucky. You lucky, bitch. You lucky. You lucky I can't. You lucky. You lucky, bitch. You lucky. You lucky, bitch. This went on for 15 and a half stops. Never hit her. She leaves like deflated, like she was so pissed, like she wanted to at least give her like a good insult before she left, but she couldn't think of anything. All of a sudden she's just walking away and you just see her eyes bugging out of her head like she thought of something. And she starts running back to the train, right? But the doors were like, doors closing, right? And they were like all the way closed. She gets there like in the nick of time, sticks her foot in the door, hulks the doors of the train back open, turtlenecks her head like back in through the hole, and I'm sitting right by the door, so her face is going right by mine, and I'm like, oh shit, like what is gonna happen right now? She makes eye contact with the woman and she goes, "I bet you sucked it from behind." And we're like, what the hell does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I asked the guy next to me, I go, "What does that suck dick from behind? What does that mean?" He goes, I have no idea. And the doors closed, it pulled away, she was still going, but it was quiet. I was like, she got her so good, but I'm like, that doesn't even sound like an insult. That sounds like a compliment, right? You could literally go from behind, pull it through the hole, and then still somehow do that. I don't know. If anybody knows how to do it, see me in the back after the show. Just yell about it if you do a good job. Make that noise. I'm like, sounds like some weird mating call. Speaking of which, I'm going to be selling these bracelets after the show. They say SDFB, suck dick from behind. $5, come support the troops. Everybody thinks I'm lying, and then after the show, they're like, "Those are real?" Yeah, they're real. So they glow in the dark too. So I'm trying to help out the fellas in the house. You just flash it in the middle of the night. If you're not sure if your lady's this, it's SDFB. And if you're lucky, she'll be like. I can't wait to pay off all my student loans with money I made from selling a bracelet that says "suck dick from behind." at it, Uncle Sam. I gotcha. Yeah. You guys are fun. It's good you guys are here, right? You're off your phones for an hour. I know it's hard for some of you. You're probably freaking out. You're like, I gotta see what's going on Facebook. I gotta check in. Gotta see what's going on Facebook. There's nothing going on there. Facebook's like TJ Maxx. Like, you think there's something there, but it's just a lot of crap. Like, there's nothing there. It's like a bunch of pictures of babies, cats, and she said yes. You know. You can always tell what Facebook friend is unemployed, too, by the amount of arguments they get into a day, right? You're like, oh, Bobby commented on that post 75 times. Bobby does not have a job. Let's cue up Bobby's LinkedIn profile, because he is clearly not working. I always feel like, too, the more photos a couple posts, the faster you know they're going to break up, too. You know? Like, they're checking in to get a little red box. They're going to tacos. Like, in a few weeks, it's going to be, it's complicated, right? It's weird. I don't like it. I actually got deleted last week off Facebook by a comedian. He didn't like a joke I wrote. I'm like, how passive-aggressive do you have to be to delete somebody over a joke? Right? Just contact me. Tell me what you didn't like, right? So I'm like, what's something equally passive-aggressive that I can do back? Right? So I re-added him as a friend. Yeah. He didn't know what to do. There was like a weird 24-hour holding period, and then he accepted the friend request. So I waited 24 hours, and then I deleted him. I'm like, that's how you take the power back. I could be petty. I could be Tom Petty, if you will. I don't know. The only time I like Facebook is when old people use it wrong, right? Like, my Uncle Manny will write what he thinks is a private message, and then he'll post it as a status update. He's like, good to see you and the kids. The shrimp gave me diarrhea. Love Uncle Manny. I'm like, Uncle Manny, you just posted to 1,200 friends that you have diarrhea. Like, what are you doing with your life? I can't wait till he starts, like, sharing his deeper desires. Like, this is the year I'm going to try some dick. Love Uncle Manny. I'm like, Uncle Manny, you better look out. Your algorithms and your newsfeed are going to change really quickly. So just be on the lookout. Then I like all my Facebook friends that are white. They're like acting like super woke, you know, like on Facebook. They're like, Get Out was the best movie ever made. Get Out was the best movie ever made. I'm like, it should be called Guilt Out. Like, I think it was a good movie. I don't know if it was the best movie ever made. I think we all know what the best movie ever made was. Everybody say it with me. That's right, Bad Boys 2, right? That was one of the best movies. Him and I got in an argument. He's like, that's because you have white privilege. You'll never understand the horror of what it's like to be a black man and never meet a white girl's family. I'm like, you'll never understand the horror of what it's like to have never been asked to meet any girl's family, so get out. Gets out. I guessed it. Social media is just weird, man. It's making us terrible people, right? People were like on TikTok last week doing that skull crush challenge. You see that shit? They're like, come on, just jump rope us with us. Then we're gonna trip you and break your neck. Like, everybody see this? I'm like, what is this? This is insane, right? The woman came up to me after a show the other night. She's like, you were super funny. Were you on TikTok? Like, I'm 42 years old. This is an app for teenagers. How would I be doing on TikTok? I am on TikTok, but how the hell did she know that I'm on TikTok? Just because I watch teenagers doesn't make me a creep. Like, let me be, right? It's terrible, man. And what we'll do too is if somebody dies, we'll dig up like something they did like 45 years ago, and that's like what we hold them to. That's like the one thing we're like that summarizes you as a person, is that one thing that you did your whole life. And it's not fair because no one does that in real life. You ever go to like a funeral, someone's crying over a casket, you're not gonna see a guy like, not gonna cry over this son of a bitch. He cheated on his SATs in 72, that's how he got into Princeton. Fuck this guy. Like, just making it bad. And even if people got mad at the Peloton bike commercial, remember that over Christmas? All the women got mad. They're like, those sons of bitch men. Those sons of bitch men. They did it again. Those sons of bitches. They told that sweet fit lady that she needs to lose weight, so they bought her a bike. Those sons of bitches. But how do we not know that I mean, we're just like literally making up a fake scenario about fake people, right? It's bad when we're getting mad at fake people, right? How do we not know that fake husband wasn't just really fake thoughtful and his fake wife happened to fake mention one time that she'd like a fake Peloton bike in the fake front room? He took a fake mental note of it, got a fake part-time job, saved up a bunch of fake money, hid it in their fake basement, and he gave it to her on fake Christmas. Like, how the hell do we not know? That's not what happened. in that fake story. And then she gave him a fake blowjob because she loved it. Like, how do we not know? Everybody was mad at Ellen, too, when she went to the football game with, like, George Bush. I'm like, why was anybody surprised that a lesbian was friends with a Bush? I don't understand that at all. It's like, come on, man. Come on. But now weed's legal everywhere, right? So hopefully that'll chill everybody out, right? Chicago, hopefully it'll stop freaking everybody out. They have a really good opportunity to come up with some really cool names too, you know, for Chicago strains. Lakeshore High. There really should be one called Cabrini Green. I don't know how. You're not laughing. You have not seen Candyman or lived here or lived in Chicago long enough. You still have to go to the projects to buy it, and you have to say Candyman 3 times, and the guy with a hook just kind of goes, get out of my neighborhood. You don't get this weed. This is the good shit. They're opening up a dispensary up in Skokie, too. They should call that Hashashana. That would be a cool one, too. There's the fun people right now. I don't know. I hope it just chills out everybody. Millennials, too. You know, everybody. Millennials are very angry. You know, they're always like, we don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We do not have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier than you guys. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier. We don't have it any easier. As they're Skyping with their friend in Vietnam, ordering groceries on Instacart, and then starting a GoFundMe just for being themselves. You guys definitely have it a little bit easier sometimes. Especially with porn, okay? You guys could be watching porn at the Thanksgiving dinner table on your phone. No one would know it. We used to fucking have to sneak. I had to smuggle a VCR tape back, like it was a brick of cocaine, back from New York City, on the subway through 2 train lines back to New Jersey, on the New Jersey Transit train back into Mahwah, New Jersey, walk into my parents' house. I had a huge friggin' bulge in my pants. My mom's like, did you get fat? Like, what happened? I'm like, nothing. And I would run upstairs and not tell her that it was Chunky Chicks and Sperm Busters, which was the first porno that I ever saw was called Sperm Busters. But that's besides the point. It's available, too. You can still buy it. It's like a $300 video because it's a classic. But anyway, it literally, the woman's like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to call? And they're like, Sperm Busters, and they come out with like a jetpack, like, and they fix it up for her. So, you know, you gotta like, you're like a little creeper. You gotta like camp out when everybody's gonna go to bed because you had one VCR, so you gotta like wait till like 3 o'clock in the morning and everybody go to bed. You're like a little creeper camping out like for the new Nike or the new iPhone to come out, waiting for everybody to go to bed, you know? You were afraid that the tape was gonna get stuck in the VCR. That was your biggest fear. My friend got the tape stuck in the VCR, and rather than just telling his parents that he was a creeper, he destroyed the VCR with a hammer. So we do have a little bit easier than you guys. That's the best laugh in America right there. I went to a wedding recently. They played this terrible song. Clap if you guys know the song. I don't know. Every time it comes on at a wedding, it drives me nuts. It's the Cha Cha Slide. You guys know the song? I don't know why it drives me nuts. Usually because it's like probably like 15 drunken white women that rush the dance floor, right? And then it's like one black woman and the white woman are like, we got this. And the black woman's like, no, I got this. You just sit still, like, don't embarrass yourselves, right? And it's the stupidest lyrics, like, slide to the left, slide to the right, 2 claps this time, clap, clap, clap your hands. You guys know this song? It's terrible, right? And I just feel like they get really cocky when the song comes on, you know? They're like, I'm like, you're not really that good of a dancer. You're just really good at listening to orders, right? Like they said go left, you went left. They said take it back now, you took it back now, right? Like that, you're just not a great dancer. You're just really good at listening. That's why I feel like they would listen to anything you tell them to do. That's why I'm gonna grab the god mic at a wedding one time and just yell shit out and see if they do it. You know, be like slide to the left, slide to the right, take your pants off, and just see when people are like, oh my god, I don't remember this part of this song here. Slap an ass to your left, slap an ass to your right. 2 slaps this time. Slap, slap, slap an ass. Grab a tit to your right, grab a tit to your left. Oh my god, what's happening here? Make out with your aunt. Oh my god, this is so weird. Just like, oh right, what's going on here? Some of you guys are gonna like, you know, the way the rest of the set goes. Some of you are not gonna like some of these jokes. It's fine. You know, it's like some people heard Laurel, and some people heard Yanni, you know, some people saw whatever, remember that shit? It's like a civil war for hearing. It was like, Laurel. What did you guys hear? Because I'm saying Yanni. What did you guys just hear? So stupid. I don't know. It's been a good year. I finally got off all the dating apps. I was on Tinder for a while. If you don't know what Tinder is by now, your life is going pretty good, so keep it up. Tinder's like a late night taco. You're like, why am I back here? Just wake up, you've got sour cream and salsa all over you. You're like, I thought I was on the keto diet. What am I doing with my life right now? Right? The logo for Tinder is a flame, in case you didn't know, because Tinder is hell. I don't know if you guys knew that. You're just like swiping human beings out of your life forever based on their face, right? You're just like, no, never. I don't think so. Like you're this entitled king, but most people are on the app or like literally on the toilet, so they're literally wiping and swiping right at the same time. Every conversation you start the same. It was like, hi, how tall are you? Right? Women in Chicago are obsessed with height. They want literally Gandalf to show up at their house. Be like, come on, little girl, we're going for a walk. Go for a ride through the forest and look at the sprites and the trees. One woman wrote me a message. She goes, "Are you a nugget? You look little." I was like, "A nugget? What the fuck is a nugget? Like a chicken nugget? Are you really calling me a nugget right now? Like if I called her a Big Mac, I would be canceled by morning. Like what?" That's what I went on blackpeoplemeet.com for a little while. I was on there too. My profile name was just Marshmallow looking for hot chocolate. And that joke killed on the south side in front of 400 black people. And a lot of the white people were like, I don't know. Somebody could be putting this on World Star Hip Hop. I don't know. Every white sphincter just went sucked inwards. Drop a deuce and let it loose. Let it go, you guys. It's fine. I started doing yoga recently too. That's been great. I got certified to teach yoga. It's really good. It's good. Yeah. Couple of yogis, couple of calm people here. It's great. Like it totally reminds you to breathe, you know, and just pay attention to your breath and how important that is for your nervous system to calm you down in stressful situations, you know. Like Big inhale. Loud, open mouth. Exhale. Except I do not recommend doing it on the bus because you will freak somebody out. I was on the bus the other day and I took a big inhale and I was like, this woman looked right at me and I was like, and then I tried to constrict my breathing, but it made it worse, and I was like, She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing my Ujjayi breath. This is my breath of victory, my breath of fire. She's like, I'm calling 911, right? I off that bus, right? But I think it was just because it was me, right? Like, you never hear about, like, the creepy guy that's attractive in the suit, right? It's always, like, the guy in the Slipknot sweatshirt with tattoos on his forearms. He's a ginger. He's just creepy, right? It's never, like, the tall guy in the suit with the Rolex, right? It's just, you're not really creepy if you're attractive, is my point, right? And I think that's because it was me, right? This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of A Star is Born. You can see A Star is Born? If you didn't see it, the commercial, Bradley Cooper's in the van, Lady Gaga gets out, and she's walking away, and Bradley Cooper goes, hey. Lady Gaga turns around and he goes, I just want to take another look at you. Every woman in the theater was like, oh my god. Oh my god, that is so romantic. Oh my god, that is so sweet. I wish my guy would do shit like that. Oh my god. I do that? I'm a creep. Hey. I just want to take another look at you. I'd be on the news by 9 o'clock. There'd be like an Amber Alert on your phone. There's a creepy guy, he's wearing a Target sweater, I don't know. He's breathing on women on the bus. We don't know what the hell this guy's doing. I think this might be the Craigslist killer. We gotta go get him now. Swarm. Get everybody on the buses. We gotta get this guy tonight. That's why I want to rewrite that song. Like, tell me something, girl. If I was 5'11", would you wanna rock my world? Or do you need more? I got a really good job and a high credit score. I'm ballin'. All right, that was it. Tell me something, boy. Ain't it hard being such a little boy? That's all I got for that one. I was just writing that on the spot. What do you need, boy? She sounds like a wizard. I'm falling. Not fun. That was fun. You guys are like, enough. Next joke, it's 9:30 on a Sunday. We gotta get going. I took a Tylenol PM at 8:15. Ready to get to bed. And I had the nachos and I forgot to pack a Zantac, so I am gonna be in trouble in like 45 seconds, so. No, I'm dating now, it's great. She's great. She's really sweet. She's great. She's great. She gets super like jealous sometimes though, and we're trying to work on that. And I came into my apartment the other day, and the news was on, and the woman was talking. And she's like, "Who is that? Who is that, Anthony? Who is that?" I'm like, "That's Linda," and she's like, "Who the hell is Linda?" I'm like, "That's the news anchor, babe." I think she thought I was sleeping with the news anchor for a moment. I'm like, it was the sportscaster. That was the wrong person. I don't know what you were thinking of. No, just kidding. She gets jealous easily, but it was ironic because she gets like Rosie Perez jealous, but then like she's very not aggressive in other situations. Like we were at like a Hawks game a couple weeks ago. We're leaving. It's packed. And I'm like, you gotta stay close, otherwise I'm gonna lose you. She's like, I got this. Like, you've been to New York twice now. I got this, right? I'm like, all right, you ready? She's like, let's go. So I reach back, I grab her hand, we're walking, right? We're cutting around people, and she's keeping up every step of the way. And I'm like, holy shit, like she's doing a really good job. We're walking for almost a good 10 minutes. And that's when I look back and I realized that for the last 10 minutes, I've been holding hands with a middle-aged Latino guy. Back in the distance is my girlfriend being swallowed up by people. And I looked at the guy and I'm like, whoa, I'm like, you're not my girlfriend. Like, what is going on here? And he's like, why are you holding my hand? I was like, why are you still holding my hand? So I'm dating Carlos now, you guys. So it all worked out. Yeah, he met Linda. It all worked out for the best. You guys want to hear some impressions? I'm going to do some impressions here. Yeah. So, since you guys sounded so excited about it, they're like, yeah. Just do that Star is Born and let's get out of here. Let's call it a night. I'll just go rapid fire. Here's Jimmy Fallon. Hey, everybody, here we are. Late night, Jimmy Fallon. Here's Bernie Sanders on an erectile dysfunction commercial. I swear this only happens 1% of the time. Oh my God. Donald Trump is a liar? A racist? And he's getting into my head. No pun intended. Okay, that's it. It's Ray Romano doing stand-up comedy for the first time. Hello? This is my voice. Kind of nervous right now. How about that? Well, if this doesn't go too good, I'll write a show about my wife, Deborah. I'll call it Everybody Loves Raymond. How about that? Have a good night. Have a good night. Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, if you ever got pulled over by the cops. Like, Mr. Vedder, big fan of your music, but you know why I'm pulling you over? To be like, speeding, right down the road, I gotta get home. Why go? All right, that's right. Here's Morgan Freeman, if you ever worked for the CTA as a conductor and you had to ask her for directions. Like, Mr. Freeman, I'm trying to find Zanies Comedy Club. You're gonna make a left off the red line and go 500 miles through piss and shit smelling bombs that I can. 500 yards. That's like 5 football fields. Just shy of a half a mile. If you're gonna get busy, I need to go there. Here's Eminem on a first date. So the woman asked him, tell me a little bit something about yourself. He's like, yeah, I do got a dog friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun, and I did get jumped by all 6 of you punks, and we did fuck my girl, and I'm still standing here singing fuck the free world. Don't ever try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. I like art. Let's go to the movies. All right, last one. Since these are killing. 4,700 hours in front of a bathroom mirror to get like a... Bad. I can't do shit, but that was not bad. I can't even imitate my Jewish mother, but that was okay, you know? All right. That's why it's so different. I perform on the north side and I perform on the south side. That's the biggest difference I've noticed too is like when white people laugh, you know, they'll be like, that's funny. When black crowds laugh, they'll repeat what you just said or call you stupid. Like in real life too. I was on the store the other day and that guy was like, I was like, where's the stuff for the barbecue? So I'm like, why are you grilling out? And I'm like, all night. And he goes, he said all night. This white boy just said all night. He's like, what are you making? I'm like, I'm cooking brats because growing up I was an army brat and we never had them. He goes, you stupid. This white boy's stupid. It's like, this is a continuation of the impressions because I've noticed too, even on Facebook, like my white friends will be like on their phone. It's usually, you know, like relaxed, you know. You know, it's like, here we are, we're at Ravinia Festival. We're at the B-52's concert. I've got some wine, some charcuterie. Oh my God, they're starting. 10 rest, right? This is my black friends on Facebook. We out here. 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 Getting dizzy. If you're not clapping, you don't have any black friends. You have no idea. Get yourself some black friends. You'll see how quickly your Facebook feed will feel like you're on a roller coaster. You're about to throw up. We are here. We are here. Again, the white buttholes are looking around like, am I allowed to laugh at that? He seems to have a couple of lines. Maybe it's okay. This is how I dance. Oh, you guys are good. Oh yeah, one last impression. So this is Melissa Villasenor from Saturday Night Live. You guys know Melissa Villasenor? Yeah. Doing her impression of Owen Wilson.
Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Villasenor from Saturday Night Live. And this is my impression of Owen Wilson. I went for a walk the other day, and I looked up at the sky, and I was like, wow, you're so blue. Hey, sky, you match my eyes. So what I'm trying to say is, I am the sky. Yeah. Doing this, man. I'm super ADD, so this is a perfect job for me. I actually took a Ritalin before the show and cleaned the entire house. It wasn't even my house. Yesterday I took an Adderall and I built a house. It was for Habitat for Humanity, so it was for a good cause. But yeah, this is great. This is super fun. I do a lot of shows all over. I get to drive, fly, whatever. Do shows all over the country. It's great. And do a lot of shows in Michigan lately. And this guy came up to me after a show. He's like, "Oh, we're in Michigan, bro." I'm from Michigan. And he started wiggling his middle finger at me. Oh, creepy. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm from Michigan. He's like, where in Michigan did you perform? I was like, Pure, Michigan. That's where I did the show, Pure. He didn't get it, as a lot of you didn't just not either. Explained to me that this is the Mitten, apparently, right? The Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, in the middle. This is where apparently in the middle area of the creepiness. This is where he lived. But it's like, you might want to explain that to people before you just start fingering at them like creepily. Like, but I didn't judge him too hard, right? Because I lived in Alaska for 2 years, right? And this was the Southeast Panhandle. People are like, oh, we're in Michigan, we're in Alaska. You wiggle your pinky for the Southeast Panhandle, right? So Michigan, creepy middle finger. Alaska, creepy pinky, right? Now everybody asks me where I'm from, I'm just like, I'm from New Jersey. Okay, that's where... just outside of New York, so... Stop wiggling your friggin' fingers at me, you creeper. But I did a show a couple weeks ago and I was running late. I've never been late for a show. And I'm running late, I have no idea what's going on. So I call the club, I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna be late. She's like, don't worry about it. Whatever you do, just don't get pulled over. Right. Look in the mirror after I hang up the phone, and I see the lights. I'm getting pulled over. Not been pulled over for speeding since I was 17. I'm like, oh crap, shit. Right? So I'm looking for my glasses, right? Because I don't have them on, and I have to have them on. Not because, it's not like I look like I'm less threatening. People say, like, oh, you look less threatening when you're wearing glasses. I just feel like I look less like a dirtbag. Like right now, you look at me, right? You're probably like, this guy could probably help me with my fidelity portfolio. Right? Once I take my glasses off, I just look like a creep from New Jersey, right? That's just essentially what I am, right? So I'm looking around like, I gotta get my glasses, So I put my glasses on, I put the window down, he sticks like 2 of these lights simultaneously, it hits me in the eyes, and I feel my eyes, for the first time in my adult life, fully cross, right? And the cop puts his head in the window and he goes, hey, big fella, and he starts backing away. Like there's an animal in the car, and I'm like, why is he doing that, right? And I look up, and I see myself in the mirror, my eyes are still fully crossed. I can't get them, and that's when I realize at this moment he thinks I have special needs, and he's like, oh my God, how am I gonna handle this? And he goes, where you going, big fella? And they're still crossed. And I go, I'm going to a comedy show. And he goes, you're a comedian? I go, yeah. And he goes, good for you, big fella. Good for you. First of all, when anybody says good for you, go fuck yourself. They never mean it. You're still doing your comedy skits? Good for you. Yo, you're still single? Good for you. Nobody ever means that, right? He's like, I just need your license, your registration, you know. And I'm like, I gave him my registration, or my license, I gotta look for my registration. He's like, oh, no problem. So he goes away, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have my registration with me. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do. So like in a fit of panic, I just take this giant bag of paperwork and I just start dumping it all over my chest, right? And he comes back to the car, he goes, what happened, big fella? Eyes still crossed, and I go, I had a big accident. And he's like, you know what? Get the hell out of here. And then he just let me go. So I don't know if that's sight privilege or white privilege, but I took it. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here. But they're ruining it. They're making it so hard if you have ADD now, because like even like with the Waze app, I don't know if anybody uses Waze, but like, you can change the celebrity voices now. Like this month, I think it's Cookie Monster, right? So it's like in a quarter of a mile, turn left. You know, like that sounded more like Yoda. In 10 feet, turn you will. Like I don't know what that. But last month it was DJ Khaled. If you don't know DJ Khaled, he's a big dude, record producer, right? And he was in the news for his adamant stance that he does not perform oral sex on women. Right? He said the man is the king and only he should be receiving. Right? Somehow a guy that doesn't know where the clit is supposed to give me directions to go anywhere at all. I have no idea how that's supposed to work, right? But if you've never heard his voice, please Google him after the show. He has a super unique voice. You know, he'd be like, in a quarter of a mile, turn left. Speed trap dead ahead. So congratulations, you made it to your destination. You didn't play yourself. Bless up, right? Super cool voice, right? And then I got really lost, and that's when I got pissed, and that's when I realized it's because he doesn't go downtown. And I was like, oh shit, like that's why I don't know where I am right now. I'm trying to go south of 95th, and he's like, I don't go there. I stay up north, so you're on your own, buddy. This has been a fun week, man. Fun week of shows. I got misgendered twice this week. Coming home from a show the other day, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I pulled in my building. Right? This guy bolts out in front of my car, and he yells something like aggressive at me. So I stick my head out the window. I go, what'd you say? And he goes, Rebecca! I go, what? He goes, are you Rebecca? I was like, no, I'm not Rebecca. He's like, my bad, I thought you were Rebecca, my Uber driver. I look like a Rebecca? Really? Me? I start getting mad at Starbucks when they mess my order up and start drinking White Claws? A Rebecca? Really? Then I was on the phone with my credit card company and the guy was like, ma'am, calm down. And I was like, ma'am? He's like, I'm so sorry, sir. And I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm a ma'am now. Like, I like ma'am. I don't know what I am, right? I grew up with 6 sisters. My brother left for the Marines when I was 9 years old. I cried in the window for 14 and a half hours, right? Yeah, I like sports, but I also went shopping for goat's milk soap for 2 hours the other day. I don't know what I am, right? I can shop at Target in the men's section and the boys section. I don't know, does that make me non-binary? Is that a term? I think I'm going to start calling myself non-binary. Like, but I think it was cool that he apologized, right? Like, he's like, you know, trying to be more progressive. Like, I got your gender wrong. I'm owning up to it. I apologize. I think it was good. You know, it was being progressive. But I think we're getting to be a little bit too woke sometimes, right? Like, I caught myself being too woke the other day, right? A comedian posted on Facebook that his grandmother died, but he didn't post it that way. He wrote, please send prayers to my family. My grandmother has transitioned. I was like, oh shit, that's like one woke-ass grandma. Like, that's awesome. Like, she's gonna be a grandpa for like 4 or 5 years, right? Maybe 3, like, I don't know, she'll be a grandmama, like, she will be there for him and her, whatever, you know, like, it's great, right? So I was like, I have to be woke back, so I commented on the post, I was like, congratulations! It's like, congratulations, she's dead, you asshole! And I was like, oh shit, like, she's not woke, like, she gone, like, it's the opposite, like. You're too woke, you end up in a wake, that's the point I'm trying to make here, so. But that's what's crazy. It's like I feel like the world is like some people are like moving forward, and some people are like no, not moving forward. I'm sitting back. Or they're trying to like resist, and that's just this constant friction. We're moving forward, going back. We're moving forward, going back. And that's how I noticed it the other day. I was leaving a concert. Everybody's outside. I was just walking in my car. Some guy pops out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Just to let you know, I'm next in the line for the cabs. Okay, bro?" I was like, what a douchebag, right? That's pretty aggressive, right? So I was like, "Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I drove, but thank you so much for letting me know your plans. I'm gonna beep at you in about 2 minutes when I drive by. Enjoy your wait." I'm like, what the hell was that, right? And I think that's because people miss fighting over taxis. You know, in New York City, growing up, you steal someone's taxi, you're like, "That's my taxi, you son of a bitch," and you get popped, right? Nobody's stealing taxi anymore because everybody's taking Ubers, right? That's why I want to start stealing people's Ubers, right? The Uber will pull up, some girl will start getting, I'll start getting. She'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" She'll be like, "This is my Uber." I'm like, "This is my Uber." She'll be like, "But I'm Rebecca." And I'm like, "No, I'm Rebecca." Okay? If you get in that Uber, it's a hate crime. I will have you canceled by morning, okay? Can we just all agree that Uber is just hitchhiking that you pay for? Like, stop like this is some fancy new thing, right? In the 80s it was this, and now it's like, what was that? No, that's Xavier in the Chevy Aveo. I feel much better. Not much better, man. I don't do any race jokes on stage, you guys. I don't even talk about my 5K times. Gotta mix the sweet with the sour, you guys. We gotta mix the sweet. I'm gonna tell you a story, and I just want to preface it by letting you know that I've told this story usually predominantly for black audiences, and it got a standing ovation, so I'm allowing you vicariously to loosen up your buttholes for the next 2 minutes of the story and just laugh if you feel like it, okay? Can we clap if we can all agree to that? Just clap if you can just let the buttholes just pretend like you took Metamucil and was like, whoa, like the butthole is just gonna open up. I just think it's just interesting, like, because the world is so crazy right now. Like, I got accused of being a racist on the train. I was on the red line. I was with my niece. I have 3 nieces, all Italian names: Nicoletta, Gabriella, and Alessandra. And my one niece, Nicoletta, we have a couple nicknames for her. We call her Nick, Nickelodeon, right? So she's kicking my seat over and over again. I keep telling her, "Please stop." She keeps kicking my seat. "Please stop," right? Finally, she kicked my seat so hard that I banged my knee, and I stood up on the red line. I was like, "Nicka, please!" "Stop kicking my seat." And it got really quiet, like most of this corner in the back there. And I was like, "Nicka, what are they getting all weird about?" And she's like, "Uncle Anthony, I think that they think that you said something else." And I was like, "Nicka, you crazy." I love how even after the preface, some white people are like, "No. I am just too constipated with guilt. I cannot. No. The right cheek almost let it loose, but that left one. Nope. I had a weird interaction with my neighbor. I found out she was one of these like secret racists, you know? The people that whisper when they're being a racist. Like somehow that makes it better, you know? Like I saw her in my elevator, she's like, "Hey Anthony, how are you?" I'm like, "Pretty good, how are you?" She's like, "Well, we had a little incident outside the building the other day." I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Well, there were a couple of black people trying to get the back door. Wasn't sure if we should be letting black people into the building. The other day I thought I saw an Asian. But I wasn't sure if he was delivering food or what he was doing." And in my head, I'm like, "They still make you? Like you're..." You're like a VCR of racism. Like, what they should be like in a Smithsonian somewhere, right? And I'm like, I could get into it with her and explain to her why that's wrong and like give her the whole 9 yards, but I'm like, there's nothing that's gonna work and get through to her. She's old, she doesn't get it, you know? So I was like, now whenever I see her, I just whisper really weird shit to freak her out. And she's like, are you dating anybody yet? I'm like, yeah, it's going really well. She came over for drinks tonight. I had a little bit too much to drink, and I ended up slapping her around a little bit. And she pulled out a knife, so I took it out of her hands and I stabbed her in the stomach. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with the body. Because it's starting to smell. And the worst part about it, she was black. So awesome. This is awesome. Clap it up for your wait staff, man. They're working their asses off for you guys tonight. You guys take care of them. Yeah, this is great. This is a lot of fun. I just turned 42. I know. Yeah. I know. I look great. Thank you. 40's not that bad. Like people freak out though. Like you turn 40, like oh my god, where do you hit 40? It's gonna be the worst. Where do you hit 50? It's gonna be. Where do you hit 60? It's gonna be. Where do you hit 7? And then they usually stop after 70 because they're not around anymore. But that's fine. But it's not that bad. Like, but it's like little incremental things that change that I've noticed, right? Like when you hurt your back when you're younger, someone's like, "What did you do to your back?" Like I was playing football, right? You turn 40, someone's like, "What did you do to your back?" Like I was just watching football. Like I just bent down to pick up the remote, and I was like, "Oh shit, I know we're back. Shit." Need some Aleve here. I gotta do my toy soldiers here to get my lumbar spine warmed up here. Ooh, shit. Damn. That's why they need to open up a store called Forever 41, right? There's no clothes. It's just a place you can stop and take a little rest for a little while like that. That's what we need, right? I did come up with a foolproof plan for how to recover when you turn 42, right? Feel free to use it. For any hour that you stay out past midnight, you need that many days to recover, right? Stay out there 1 o'clock, that's 1 day, 2 o'clock, 2 days, 3 o'clock, 3 days, 4 o'clock, 4 days, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you probably do cocaine, so it doesn't really apply to you. Right? Like, forget Newburgh. I'm gonna run to work, right? Running down Lakeshore Drive, you're like, what's that guy doing? He works in the restaurant business, leave him alone, he's okay, right? I was at a party the other day, and I literally, we were just there like 10 people, right? And I was there for like 10 minutes. I go to my buddy, I go, hey man, I gotta go to the bathroom. He goes, just go down the hall. It's on the left, right? So I go down the hall, and I push on the bathroom door, and it like creepily opens like on its own, like a Halloween movie. It's like, and 2 guys appear, and they're in the bathroom in the dark. And he's like, come in. Come in. Come in. I go, what are you doing? I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, come in. I was like, come in. What are you doing, man? I gotta pee. He's like, come in. I was like, come in. What are you doing, man? I gotta piss. What are you doing? He's like, come in. Come in. You want some? I go, what? He's like, you want some? You want some? Come in. I go, do I want what? He goes, come in. You want some? You want some? You want some? And he points to the sink, and there's an iPhone with 2 lines of cocaine on it. 42 years old, never done cocaine, and I have an irregular heartbeat. I'm like, there's nothing I'm gonna sound like I said that's gonna sound cool right now, right? I'm gonna be like, hang on while I take a shot from my inhaler. You know, like, what would you say? I said the dumbest shit I could think of. I was like, oh man, I appreciate the offer, but I only do coke off the back of Samsung phones. Thank you so much. And I got the hell out of there. Just bolted out of there. So stupid. 40's fun, man. Little things go, right? Like hearing. Literally thought the McDonald's commercial the other day that they were saying, let me get a dick pic too. Like I heard that. I'm like, you said dick pic? Like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm doing like old man shit. Like I friggin' shushed somebody at the movie theater the other day. I was like a librarian. I was like, shh, keep it down. He goes, keep it down? What's your problem? It's the previews, bro. I go, yeah, this is a preview of what's to come. So pipe down, Chachi, okay? Let's see what movies are coming in the summer of 2020 that I'm probably not going to see, but I want to know what they are, okay? I signed up for Bed Bath & Beyond mobile alerts. I'm like, what am I, 95 years old here? I got a text at 2 a.m. that said, you up. I thought it was a booty text. I jumped out of my bed. I looked at my phone. It was from Bed Bath & Beyond. It said, you up for 20% off. I'm like, what the hell do I do with that? Go on like a late night booty run for sheets here? Your sneezes definitely get louder when you get older, too. Like, when my dad was younger, before he had 8 kids, it was like a regular achoo. And once he turned 70 and had 8 kids, it sounded like he was screaming, help me. He was like, help me! I said Jesus, Mary, and Joseph the other day when I went over a bump. It looked like a hydraulics. I was like, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I'm like, am I becoming my father? What is happening right now? And you become a creep. You become a creeper. Once you hit 40, you become a creep. Like, you're immediately in the creep zone, right? This is how I found out. I went to a party and someone was like, who invited the creep? I heard him. He goes, how do you know he's a creep? He's like, he's 40, look at him, man, he's a creeper, right? And then it got validated because then a couple weeks later, there's a little Chicago history lesson for you. The Congress Hotel, one of the most haunted hotels in Chicago, right? So me and my friend were like, let's go look for ghosts because we're not losers or anything. And we went out, right? It was Friday night, and we were trying to go up to the 4th floor where it was like one of the most haunted rooms. I think it was 441. So we go up the elevator, and like we get the elevator doors open, and the light flickers off. And my friend, I'll call her Julie because that's her real name, and she goes and pees her pants because she gets so scared. Like, it's the first time I've ever seen an adult woman pee in her pants, and it went everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, it's the ghost. I was like, that's a sensor light because we're after hours, you idiot. She's like, oh my God, I gotta go clean up, right? So I was left alone to go look for ghosts, right? So now I'm just like walking around the hotel, I got my phone out, you know, I'm just like going like this, like looking at pictures and stuff like that, and videotaping. And that's when I realized there's like some kind of like high school dance or something going on in there. And this like young girl with like a dress like up to here steps right out in front of me. So now I'm like walking down the thing like this. And clearly they're going to room 440, which is right across from 441. And I'm like, of course, right? So this is like a 10-minute walk of me just like behind her the whole time, walking with her step by step, right? So she gets into the hotel room. You hear like a bunch of beer bottles clinking around, right? And a bunch of like young 17-year-old bros. And he's like, where the fuck have you guys been? And she's like, oh my God, there's this creepy 40-year-old guy. He's been following me around for the last hour, filming my legs. And you hear one of the bros go, let's go fuck him up. And I'm like, I'm not even Cat Williams famous yet, and I'm about to fight a high school kid. I'm like, what and where did my life go wrong, right? And I'm going through like a Rolodex in my head of like all the stuff that I'm going to say to this guy. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not looking at your 17-year-old girlfriend, okay? I got ghosted enough by women in my real life, okay? I don't need your 17-year-old girlfriend. I'm a fucking ghost hunter, okay? But I don't have time for that because he steps right out of the room into my face. I step forward, and all that comes out is I go, get to bed! And he literally just turned around and left. So I don't know if he thought I was a ghost or what, but I'm a ghost hunter. You don't mess with us, you guys. So yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I do. So I was like, what am I talking like? I'm at 42. I got a bladder the size of a walnut. Am I gonna be able to do 45 minutes up here? I don't know. I pee. But, yeah, it's crazy, man. Dirty talk changes when you turn older. Dirty talk's never not been weird, right? Like if you use like AOL chat, goodbye, whatever you used growing up, right? It's never not awkward, right? Even today, it's never not awkward. When is dirty talk ever not awkward, you know? It's like, what are you wearing? Yeah. Are you touching yourself? Yeah. Are you wet? Yeah. Are you making circles on your nipples? Are you licking your fingers and making circles on your nipples? Yeah. Are you pulling your panties down? Yeah. 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 You turn 40, it's like, have you tried a probiotic for your irritable bowel syndrome? Maybe you need more fiber in your diet. I don't know. Maybe you should try some yogurt from Aldi. I have some Aldi Savers coupons. I can send them to you. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you guys, and then you're going to remember me forever for this. This is how you know that you've crossed the threshold and there's no turning back of being old, is you start to tell people how much you pay for your clothes. I caught myself doing this the other day. I walked up to my friend and I was like, hey man, like these pants? $10. H&M. And I like shook him at him like somehow this was validating the deal, having this little leg seizure. I don't know what this does here, right? Then if you don't agree with the price, you'll repeat it out loud. I was at the store the other day. You go, excuse me, how much is this? He goes, $39.99. And I go, $39.99? Then you repeat the price and then you whistle. You're like, $39.99? Then you repeat the price, you whistle, and then you swear. You're like, $39.99. Holy shit, I was not expecting to pay that for an air conditioner. Then you know you're my dad when you do all of those things and then you fart and crop dust on the way out of the store because you don't like the prices. You're like, $39.99. Holy shit. Come on, Aunt, let's get out of here. These prices stink. My dad would literally fart and hotbox us in a card aisle at a CVS. The guy's like, what's that smell? Like, it's my dad. He does not like your prices. You better fix it right away. My dad was the best because he would fart through sound financial advice and then get mad that you were laughing at it. It's like, that loan you got taken out, 15% interest rate. You better get that shit and take care of. I'm like, you better get your pants taken care of because you might have just shit yourself. I have no idea what that noise was. My mom didn't even fart. She was like Prince. It was like almost like a symbol, but like the sound of a fart. But we call it the guap. She'd just be looking at the mail and she'd be like, oh. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, Ma, are you okay? She's like, I'm fine. I'm like, Ma, are you? She's like, I'm fine. I'm like, is there like an alien inside of Mom? Like, what is happening right now? My dad's in the corner going, my mom's going, I'm like, is Sigourney Weaver gonna come out and kill this alien inside of my mother? In my mom's football. What is happening right now? And the only thing I can think of is like, when I grow up, am I gonna be a farter or a guapper? I have no idea. I hope that I'm both, and I'm gonna add my own little personal flair to it. And like, and then I go, have a good night, you guys. Thank you guys so much.